or do something about it. So, okay, so now we had the upper angle like that. Did we do this one yet? Well, I think that's kind of like more like stand marks, isn't it? Yeah, it's more of a, he's coming into like that, but you can still go downwards. Okay, now what if you don't play center? A lot of us brass teachers want kids to be centered right smack dab in the middle of their lips. Unfortunately, our jaw structure and teeth and everything else might suggest otherwise. So here's me, I'm center now. I'm a little bit off center, I guess. It's kind of difficult to do this too while I'm playing, but I wanted to get the camera up close, and so I needed to be holding the camera. Okay, so here's kind of where I normally play. What if I didn't play centered? I played off. I can still get it. It's a little bit crackly. What if I go way over? What if I'm crazy and I go way over here? That's a real screwed up embouchure, isn't it? Okay, let me try playing the horn left-handed here and hold the camera this other way. So go back to center, or center for me. Let's move it over to the left a little bit. Let's just say I played a little bit off. Okay, that's kind of wacky, isn't it? But some people play in all these different positions. Now, no, I've never seen anybody really play out here. But what if we go over here? I'm going to go crazy. Look at that. All right. So you saw various positions from high to medium to low, mouthpiece placement. And of course, each one of those takes a different embouchure to be able to play, right? You saw me go over a little off center, way off center, back to center, off center this way, and way off. And then you saw the horn angles like this, and then down. So I basically covered just about any embouchure that a brass player could play with. Now, the point I'm trying to make in all of this is that there's one reason that I could go up to high C on all those angles, all those embouchures. Now, granted, you notice that the tone quality went way out the window on a lot of them. And obviously, that would mean that I wouldn't use that particular embouchure, right? But how am I able to do that? And if I wanted to, folks, I can switch my embouchure to any embouchure and start to get comfortable and familiar with it and let it sink in. It takes me about a week. And I'm able to do all of that because of an extreme amount of strength that I build up in the embouchure and the lips. So what is my real point to you brass players out there that are micromanaging yourself, that are being confused by too much worry and thinking? What's that analysis by paralysis kind of thing, overanalyzing everything? So my advice to you is, number one, you need to do something that will hit your embouchure from so many different directions that it almost won't even matter what embouchure that you use. I mean, you want to use the embouchure where you feel most comfortable, where you get the best sound, the best tone, and things just feel right. You don't want to use the embouchure that a teacher tells you to use and it feels horrible. It always seems bad. It seems like you're always struggling. Of course, you don't have any high range and your endurance is shot. But supposedly, quote unquote, that's the place where you should put it. Ideally, I like to have my students, my younger ones, start off with centered on the lips and slightly a little higher on your top lip. But sometimes that doesn't work for them, depending on what I see going on with them and, their teeth structure and other things in their lips. Sometimes we have to bring it back right down to the center and sometimes even go down a little bit lower. Sometimes the upstream player will not be an upstream player until he or she or their teacher figures that out. So if a student is not doing too well with the typical embouchure that I like to get them started on, well, I'll start playing with it. We might move their mouthpiece down and have more of the lower lip inside the cup, and if they do a lot better with that, then hey, why not? That's them. Why not let them do that? So you need to strengthen your chops, your embouchure, and your lips in many different directions.